What's up guys, I know a lot of you wanted me to test out Liquidsmooth on my Nexus 4, so here it is. If you want to install this on your Nexus 4, just follow the links in the description. But yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to notice guys is Liquidsmooth comes with Nova Launcher built in. And you get all the options of Nova Launcher here. So you've got you can change the transitions of the drawer, the desktop, add pages, take pages away, change the grid sizes, make it look however the hell you want. That's all I'm going to say about that because I'm not doing a Nova review, I'm doing a ROM review. But yeah, the second thing you're going to notice, guys, is the performance. And it really does go with the name of the ROM. This ROM is absolutely liquid smooth. Let me just open a few apps here and show you this. Just look how smooth and fast this is. There is no lag whatsoever. It is lightning speed. Everything is beautifully smooth. It's probably the smoothest ROM I've felt, and it has a hell of a lot of customization, which I'll go through in a minute. But just look how good it performs. It's so quick. There's no lag going through any of these screens. It's so fast. So yeah, that's a massive plus point for this ROM. Now let's get into the customization, guys. Okay, guys, let's go into interface. And in interface, guys, you can change the custom carrier label. You can force dual panel mode in settings. And what I mean by that is if I click this, quickly shut down settings, go into settings again, and you'll see it's now in a dual panel mode, which I know a lot of people like, so it's a cool feature to have. By the way, you can just see how quick I can navigate around doing things because of how smooth this ROM is. It really is absolutely lightning. So yeah. Right here, you can change LCD density. You can also change low battery warning. So when you get to 14 or 15%, it makes a pop-up and a sound. It comes up saying 14% and it's a sound. You can turn that off if you don't like it, or you can just have a sound if you don't want the pop-up. So yeah, vibration multiply here, guys, it's on default. I think it's on 1, so you can change it to 2, and pretty obvious what that does. It makes your vibration stronger. Underneath that, guys, in advanced, you can change the clock widget. So if you click into clock and alarm here, you can change everything about it. If you don't want bold hours, you can turn that off. I know that annoys a lot of people. Use a digital clock, you can turn that off. The colors, all that sort of stuff is customizable here. You've also got weather panels and other things like that. Underneath that, guys, you've got notification drawer. So again, you can change everything you want with the notification drawer. You can have you can change the default behavior. So when notifications come in, they're already expanded or stuff like that, or never expanded, anything you want. You can also change the background. You can see the notification here is just a standard background. It's the kind of see-through black background. You can change that to either a color fill, which is a straight up red, black, any color you want, or you can have a custom image if you have one. Over here as well, you can change the transparency of that image if you want it to be really vibrant or not. Notification shortcuts here, guys. Show shortcuts in the notification drawer. So when you click this, you can add certain things, and then when you have them, they'll be there. So you say you want the browser in the notification drawer, you can add a shortcut here. If I just quickly do that, because it's kind of easy. We'll go to applications, browser, click OK. Now when I pull this down, as you can see, the browser icon is there, and you can click that and you'll go straight into your browser. So an awesome feature there. Underneath that, guys, we've got recent RAM bar. So at the moment it's disabled. You can put this on, so you can have applications, cache, and other. If we click applications and cache, go into recents, you can see at the bottom now we have this little RAM bar. It tells you how much is used, how much you've got, and how much you've got in total as well. And while I'm here, I might as well also mention you've got this kill all tab, which when you click, swipes away all your apps. So a needed feature there, and it makes it just a little bit more professional in the ROM. Right underneath that, guys, you've got this Exposed DPI installer, and you have to make sure you install everything and then click the modules to make this work. But the end result, guys, is you get per app DPI settings. So say you want, I don't know, the browser to be changed. You want, for example, a full screen effect, or you want the resolution to be different. So you want a tablet browser instead of the phone browser. You can change that. You can hit apply, restart everything, and it will have it. So you have your per app DPI settings there if you want them. Okay, guys, moving on to lock screen. So you can see you've got all the options here: allow rotation, battery status, custom background, which is a nice thing to have. I think that's awesome because you don't always want the background you have for your main phone as your lock screen. So you can have some hot girl or something like that there. Custom text color. Can change the targets for your sliders, so you have this is all unlocked. You can change that to a custom shortcut if you want to. Really, really cool features to have. You can have 8 targets, security and widgets. You can let's go into widgets, see what you can allow. So you can allow all widgets, camera widget, all this different stuff you can have. Like I said, this ROM is quite amazing, really, because it has all the customizations of the other ROM, but it's very damn fast. It seems to me as fast as Slim Bean and Raspbean. So that's something to say, because those two are very fast and they have a lot less customizations. We'll move on. Underneath that, guys, we've got navigation. We'll click into navigation. You can disable and enable the nav bar. Obviously, if you disable it, nav bar goes away. We get that. Well, I activated Pi, so you'll have to activate that before you do it, otherwise you won't have a control. But then you also have Pi on this ROM as well, guys, so a win-win situation there. We'll just enable that to make it easier. Pretty standard stuff in the navigation bar, guys. You can change, menu location, all that stuff. Nav bar buttons, so you can have more buttons if you want. You can change what the long press does. So if you want more buttons, you can just change that to 5, and then you can change the button actions, all that sort of stuff that we've come to love on nav bar custom ROMs. Sorry, nav bar layout. So you can change the height if you want the nav bar there, but make it smaller. You can do that. Let's put it to 24, and you can see it's gone a lot smaller. Put it back to default. Buttons, glow color, all that sort of stuff is changeable here. Nav ring targets, this is the Google Now thing. So if when you drag up here, you've got Google Now, you can add different targets if you want them. Say your browser or your Facebook or your Twitter, you can do that. So another good feature. Hey guys, I mentioned the Pi controls. In the Pi controls, you've got you can change your Pi colors, the gravity, the trigger size, where the Pi occurs. So you don't have to have it coming from the bottom. You can have it from the left, from the top, from the right, however the hell you want it. Last button, you can have all this stuff. We've pretty much come to know and love Pi control, so I'm not going to go through all that stuff, but it is there. Underneath that, guys, you've got performance. This pretty much does use a stock Google kernel. Don't forget you can flash Trinity or Franco, whatever the hell you want if you want to make it, but the kernel here is very fast and smooth. I don't know about battery life, guys, because I haven't used it for long enough, but yeah, it's pretty much a stock Google kernel with a few enhancements. Moving on to power menu. So this is when you hold the off button here and you get this nice little power menu. This is what happens by default, guys. Is I didn't set anything. You get a reboot menu, profiles. If you're at work, you can change profiles, make everything silent, stuff like that. Click reboot, you get reboot into recovery and bootloader. This is such a big feature for me in custom ROMs because I use it all the time. I'm always in the recovery or bootloader. So I love the fact that I don't have to turn it off, hold the buttons, and it's just a lot more effort. You can also here turn on expanded desktop mode, so you can make it hide the nav bar, status bar, or both. So if we put both and then you can see, turn it on, it's now made it all disappear and Pi becomes active again. Otherwise we can't control anything. So if you want a full screen effect, you can have that. Moving on, guys, to power widget. If we go into power widget and enable power widget, when I pull down the notifications here, you'll see we've got some extra stuff over here, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS and sound. Again, it's all customizable, the button order, everything you can change. You can also have this. We've got brightness location. If we turn it up, you can see now we have brightness here. Kind of a cool feature to have, actually, because you don't want to always go into the settings to change your brightness. You don't have to have it on the bottom. You can have it on the top like it says, and it'll be always on the top of that little power widget. Like I said, you can change the button order here, guys. Hide scroll bar, haptic feedback, long press visibility toggle, all that stuff is available and customizable here. Okay, guys, moving on to quick settings. So this is the quick toggle stuff. You can enable and disable the panel. So you can see when I pull these down, press it, you've got them. If you turn that off, when I pull it down now, you don't have the option, you just have the settings. I don't know why you'd want to turn it off, but say you don't want to use it and you just want to use these, you can do that. We'll turn it back on because we want to show you more customizable stuff. See, now they're back. Again, it's all customizable, guys. You've got this quick pull down. This is kind of a cool thing. So when you press right, if I pull to the left now, you can see you've got your notifications. If I pull from the right, you've got your quick toggle. So that is a cool feature to have because it means you don't have to flick the button. You don't have to use a 2-finger gesture or anything like that. No notifications, quick settings when no notifications. So when you don't have any notifications, you can see whenever I pull down now, it's always the quick settings. Again, that is kind of an awesome feature because you really only want to pull it down when you do have notifications. So when I now get a Gmail or a WhatsApp, when I pull it down, then I will have the notifications. When I don't, I'll have the quick settings. So yeah, quick settings style. You can change the background here. You can change the background color. I don't think you can have a custom image, but yeah, you can change the per app, per rows. So if you put it down now, you have more per row. Kind of like that because it makes it look a little bit different than normal. You can see Pi just turned on there, which was a bit strange, but we'll move on. Moving on to status bar, guys. If we click into here, you get all the customization of your status bar. So if you want brightness control on the top, just by swiping your finger, you can have that. You can see my screen's getting brighter and dimmer as I move across here. Notification count, signal style, so you can make it text. You can see now I have 95 minus 95 thing here. I'm not actually quite sure what this means, the breathing missed call things. I'm not quite sure what that is, so you know, somebody will probably tell me in the comments, but nonetheless, I'm not quite sure what that is. Battery icon you can change here, so if you want this circle mod or anything like that, you can have it. Colors and all that stuff is also all customizable. Status bar style, guys, if you click into here, you can change the color of the status bar, things like that. So yeah, guys, that's the customization in the Liquidsmooth section. If we move down to sound now, they've implemented CM's quiet hours, so if you want to be turn off all notifications, you can do that. You can enable it. Mute notifications, disable haptic feedback, disable vibrations, disable notification light, and you can set a certain time for this to turn on and off. Really, really cool feature there. If we move down to display, we also have a few things here. Screen off animation, you can turn that off. You can also change how it actually animates. So if you want to do it vertically, you can see here, it now closes vertically, which is different to normal. It used to do horizontal, which you can see here. And yeah, now it's horizontal. Moving on, you can this is something I actually really like. It's the brightness settings, and if you click automatic brightness, guys, you can adjust the automatic brightness settings, which you can't normally do in stock Android. So if you want it to be brighter at dimmer light levels, you can set that however you want. So yeah, we'll turn that off for now because it's annoying. If we go a bit lower than that, you can see here lights, a little section with lights. You can turn on the battery light, so battery light pulse if his battery is low, which is actually doing now. And then you can change the colors, what it's doing, battery low, charging, and fully charged. Underneath that, you can change everything to do with your notification light. So if you want to use a custom value, if you want Facebook to be red, you can add Facebook to be red right here, use custom values, add an application, and just set it to however you want. So another cool feature there, guys. And you can have volume, rocker wakes, wake up on charge, and you know, all that good stuff as well. You've also got a theme manager. I'm sure I've missed some other stuff. Profiles here, guys, so you can set work profiles. You know, when you're at home, when you're at work, you can make things on silent or loud. If you want a profile for outside, you can have that. And right at the bottom, I might as well go into, by the way, Super User is built into this ROM, so you don't have to have an app for that. It's actually built into the ROM, which I think is awesome. If I go into About, guys, you can see the CPU, how much memory you have available in total, a few things like that. And there's also the About ROM section here, which shows you all the developers and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm actually very, very impressed with this ROM, being that it has so many customizations, and yet it is so damn smooth. Like I said, it probably is the smoothest ROM I've actually used. Everything is lightning fast. You can see here there is no slowdowns whatsoever. It's just very damn smooth, and it really does go with the Liquidsmooth name. So there you have it, guys. That's Liquidsmooth ROM for the Nexus 4.